Good evening. Welcome to tonight's webinar. I'm Jay Bettis, the Assistant Admissions Director at Marine Military Academy. Before we get started, let's take a brief moment to run through some housekeeping items for the webinar and ensure that everyone is comfortable using the technology. For optimal viewing of tonight's presentation, we recommend you close all other windows on your computer. You should be able to view a control panel located at the right of your screen. If you are familiar with WebEx technology, you may close the control panel to view full screen mode. If you are unfamiliar with WebEx features, I recommend that you leave your screen as is. There is a box located at the bottom of the control panel that allows you to chat by typing questions you may have throughout tonight's session. Please be patient as we work our way through questions being received. Tonight's webinar is being recorded and it will be available on our website within 24 hours if you would like to revisit tonight's discussion. With those items out of the way, let's get started. Allow me to introduce tonight's panelists. Dr. John Butler, Dean of Academics and our Chief Financial Officer, Chris Elliott, who is our chaplain and also serves as Athletic Director, and Sergeant Major Ford Kinsley, the Commandant of Cadets. We will have a question-answer period at the end of tonight's webinar based on those that have been submitted. We will do our very best to answer those questions. However, due to the time constraints, if we have been unable to answer your question, please feel free to contact our admissions department during business hours at 956-421-9252 or email admissions@mma-tx.org. Marine Military Academy is a private all-boys college preparatory boarding school that enrolls 8th through 12th and an optional year of postgraduate study. We are located in sunny South Texas. Our student body is made up of young men from around the globe. Our international student population is about 18%, which currently represents about 12 countries. As close to home as Mexico and as far away as China. In the United States, California is our next biggest state next to Texas for enrollment. We enroll all shapes, all sizes, and all colors within all cultural backgrounds. We do not, however, enroll boys with criminal backgrounds, substance abuse problems, court-ordered probation, deferred adjudication, or anything along those lines. We at Marine Military Academy work together as a team to develop morally strong, disciplined, college-ready young men who are prepared for responsible leadership. Our focus is getting your son accepted to a four-year college. We help develop a path for his future. The tools your son will gain here, combined with the foundation you've already started, allows your son to realize his full potential and walk forward with confidence. At this time, I am proud to be able to show you a snippet of the current MMA video we have been working on.
Our history won't allow it. Our legacy won't stand for it. Our values won't tolerate it. We set the bar higher, and then we climb over it. At Marine Military Academy, we educate those who dare to achieve. Those eager to control their future before it controls them. Those who can follow a path so they can eventually make their own. Those ready to join in order to stand out. Marine Military Academy accepts young men grades 8 to 12 into a structured environment free of outside distraction and teaches them the self-discipline, courage, and focus to emerge prepared to face whatever life has in store. Welcome to MMA. forging tomorrow's leaders.
It's important to remember that transformation does not happen overnight. It requires commitment from both the cadet and the parent in conjunction with the guidance, discipline, and structured environment MMA provides. Allow me to now introduce Dr. John Butler, Dean of Academics, who will share information about our college preparatory program and our commitment to academic excellence.
Thank you, Jay. I really do appreciate the opportunity to speak with our guests tonight about this wonderful opportunity to work with the Marine Military Academy in preparing their young men for college and beyond. We've got a number of things in the academic department, and I want to talk about a few of them that will help their sons achieve success academically. One of the first things that I'd like to talk about is just the fact that we have a phenomenal student-to-teacher ratio. We look at about 11 students per one teacher for every one of our classes. And that type of small class size allows for the individualized attention both in the classroom and during tutorials to give cadets the support they need to be successful. In addition to that, we offer a large number of college credit courses, both dual enrollment and advanced placement, that allow our cadets to earn college credit and to prove themselves college ready while they're here at the Academy. I've already mentioned that tutorial period, but I think it's worth expanding on that just a little bit. Every day our cadets have the opportunity to see any teacher that they want to on the Marine Military Academy campus for additional tutorial assistance. If they feel that there's another teacher in math or science or English, wherever it may be, that can explain a concept better to them or just help them with homework and provide that little bit of extra support, they're welcome to go into their room during that tutorial period and get that type of one-on-one support. Our cadets, because of these types of additional assistance programs, generally realize significant increases in their GPA. A lot of that can be attributed to outside of the classroom as well. Sergeant Major Kinsley, a little bit later, when he talks about a day in the life of a cadet, is going to mention close call to quarters, or CCQ. And that's over 2.5 hours of dedicated study time in the barracks. And during that time, we've got peer tutoring that goes on. We've got assistance where the cadets can check out, go to the library, and get additional tutorial help and guidance through the library staff. There's just a lot of extra tutorial assistance opportunities and extra support for our cadets to ensure that no one is left behind and that they all succeed. In addition to those things that support the core curriculum, we've got a wide variety of special interest courses, two of which that I'd like to bring up are our flight training, our aerospace program, where cadets can truly earn all the way through their private pilot certificate, and in some cases those motivated cadets can get a twin engine rating or an instrument rating, and just last year we had a young man get his instructor pilot's rating. In addition to that, we have a marine science program where the young men learn everything there is to know about sailing and navigation and pretty much anything nautical. It's an exciting program where the young men learn the physics behind sailing. They reinforce what they're learning in math with the navigation and the chart reading, and they get the opportunity every weekend out of Port Mansfield to put that to practice. We also try and have an offshore sailing trip for those students who have excelled every year. Along with that, we have a growing emphasis and interest in STEM programs, science, technology, engineering, and math. And these are the programs that we believe are going to allow these young men, our graduates, to be more effective as they compete not only for college admissions, but for the high technology, high paying wages, high paying jobs of the future. All of this, of course, is supported by our college placement office, where we have a full-time college placement officer. Her whole function is to support young men at the Marine Military Academy in the identification, selection, and admissions into the college of their choice. Ms. Ferris, who is our college placement officer, is dedicated to helping ensure that each cadet finds the perfect fit for them. She works with them starting in the 8th grade all the way through their senior year, both individually and in groups. She has a wide variety of activities, special interest inventories, personality interest inventories. She works with them on developing a college notebook where they do research on different majors and types of colleges. The focus is on ensuring that we find that perfect fit for that young man so that he's successful not only in gaining admissions to college, but once he's in college, being one of those individuals that truly separates himself from his peers in a very positive way. Because of all of the great things that we have going on with dual enrollment, advanced placement, special interest courses, tutorials, small class sizes, and a phenomenal college placement office and officer, it's not any surprise that 100% of our cadets are accepted into the college or university of their choice. It really is a phenomenal program that all works together, and every year we get reaffirmed by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools through our accreditation process, and we are, of course, fully accredited by that fine regional accrediting body. I encourage anyone that has any questions about academics matters to give me a call directly at 956-423-6006. I'd love to answer any questions someone may have about our academic program. Thank you, Jay.
Chris Elliott, our athletic director and chaplain, will provide insight on how our athletic program promotes more than just physical fitness, as well as our cadet involvement in moral growth and maturity.
Thank you, Ms. Perez. One of the important differences at the Marine Military Academy is that we intentionally set out to challenge the holistic individual. And as the athletic director and chaplain, I serve in two very unique roles that give me the opportunity to see that process in action. As an institution, there's nothing more important than creating an environment that enables young men to grow up and mature, so in my opinion, so that they're better prepared and ready for the world that awaits them when they get out of high school. From what I see, the athletic department is just merely an extension of what's already happening in the classroom and in the barracks, where the character of these young men is being challenged and molded for the future. Now obviously in athletics, we focus on things like discipline and leadership and teamwork, and we focus on sportsmanship. You know, it's those intangible qualities that are learned through athletics and in conjunction with the academic department and the military department that really helps to put our cadets on that road to success. Now, every cadet is required to participate in some sort of sport or activity every afternoon. Now they can choose to compete in football or baseball. You know, they can play soccer or basketball. We've got track and field, and we've got a whole host of other sports that you'd expect to find in a typical public school. We've also got some sports and activities that you might not find back home that I'd like to highlight for just a second. In addition to the mainline sports, you can also see that we've got jiu-jitsu. You know, we've got boxing, and we've got rock climbing, we've got a rifle team, we've got a drill team, and we've got a color guard. You know, we've got a total of 19 different sports and activities that these cadets can choose from. And we also have a very comprehensive intramural program where the cadet community is provided with opportunities to compete and to interact with other cadets in a very fair and safe recreational environments. The intramural program offers a variety of individual and team sport activities throughout the year. As I mentioned earlier, I also have the distinct privilege of serving as the chaplain at the Marine Military Academy. And as chaplain, I'm responsible for conducting, for facilitating, and overseeing all of the religious programs both on and off the Academy campus. Our goal is to offer the opportunity for each and every cadet to develop physically and mentally, emotionally, and also spiritually. On-campus voluntary religious opportunities, you know, we provide those throughout the week. These opportunities are held at various times during the day so that they don't conflict with other cadet responsibilities, and so that it allows for maximum attendance and maximum impact on the Corps cadets. On Monday evening, we have our MMA huddle for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. And for those of you that are unfamiliar, FCA is it's more of an informal, it's a cadet-led Bible study that uses the medium of athletics to spiritually challenge cadets. On Thursday evening, we have a non-denominational Bible study. And this study is more formal in nature. And it's meant for those cadets that are very serious about their relationship with God and they really want to come to know and experience Him in their lives. On Wednesday evening, the entire Corps of Cadets is, well, they're volunteered to attend Vespers. And Vespers is it's a non-sectarian ecumenical religious service that I lead. And during this time, through the use of biblically and morally based teaching, cadets are not only encouraged in the area of personal integrity, but they're also challenged to better reflect the Marine Corps values of honor, courage, and commitment in their character. We also have off-campus religious opportunities that are made available for cadets to further their education and their spiritual maturity. They include a local Jewish synagogue, an Islamic center. We've got several local Catholic churches and all of the major Protestant denominations. The Academy also works very closely with all of the local churches so that we can provide the opportunity for any interested cadets to pursue their confirmation studies. At MMA, we also stress the importance of giving back and serving the local community. And that's why our cadets donate approximately 3,000 man-hours a year through various projects and events around the Rio Grande Valley. And we host on campus here an annual children's Christmas party to help bring Christmas to several local children's homes. We do highway and beach cleanups. We've got Relay for Life, and we're actively involved in Boy Scouts and Rotary and Key Club. We mentor young children and hosts, and we do blood drives and countless other things to serve our local community. And as you can see, there are numerous opportunities at MMA for our cadets to be challenged and encouraged in a very holistic manner so that we not only positively impact their external behavior, but we also leave a lasting impression in their character.
Thank you, Chaplain Elliott. Last but not least, Sergeant Major Ford Kinsley, Commandant of Cadets, will describe the structure and discipline that sets MMA apart from other boarding schools.
Thank you, Mrs. Perez. The day begins at 0600 for cadets at the Marine Military Academy, with the sounds of reveille being played on the barracks sound system. Next up is physical training. Our program at MMA is progressive in nature, designed to ensure that even those that are not accustomed to doing physical activities can keep up. Exercises are thoroughly explained and demonstrated, and formation runs are designed to be only as fast as the slowest cadet initially. As their endurance and self-confidence grows, so does the intensity of the workout. The PT session normally lasts 30 to 35 minutes and is followed by breakfast. Cadets eat 3 meals a day in our mess hall, which is run by a former Marine mess specialist. He and his staff are more than qualified to provide tasty and nutritious meals to these hungry young men. At 7:30, it's back to the barracks to get themselves and their living spaces cleaned up. At approximately 8:15, they fall outside to be inspected by either one of the drill instructors or a cadet leader, ensuring they are prepared for the academic day. Morning colors formation takes place at 8:35 in front of Coleman Hall. The national anthem is played, the flag is raised, and all required announcements are made. The cadets are then off to school with first CP beginning at 8:50. There are 4 class periods in the morning, each 45 minutes in length. At the conclusion of 4 CP, cadets participate in a formal parade called Pass and Review prior to their lunch. Once they are done eating, they have approximately 15 to 20 minutes to return to the barracks to swap out books, check their mail, and take care of other things such as getting a haircut. Classes resume at 13:15, and the afternoon session has 2 class periods. At the end of the final CP, cadets return to their classroom to receive additional assistance during a 30-minute tutoring period. 15:30 begins our activity period, and as Chaplain Elliott described, all cadets participate in one of our sports or activities. These normally wrap up at 17:30, and it's back to the barracks to get cleaned up and ready for evening chow. The final meal of the day goes at 1800. Throughout the week, other activities take place during the 1800 to 1900 hour block, such as Bible study, Boy Scouts, and Key Club. All of these events are designed to be completed by 1900, which is the start time for Closed Call to Quarters, or CCQ. CCQ is our monitored study period during which all cadets are either in their room working on their homework assignments or at the library. Company drill instructors are aware of each cadet's homework assignments and ensure that they are completed and ready for turn-in the next academic day. CCQ wraps up at 21:15, and the cadets have free time until 2200 when taps is played and lights turned out. All cadets at MMA are members of the Marine Corps Junior ROTC program, which is designed to teach high school students discipline, character, respect, responsibility, and leadership. Our program is nationally recognized and has resulted in our designation as a Naval Honor School, allowing us to nominate interested and qualified seniors to the U.S. Service Academies each year. The Corps Cadets is structured as a cadet battalion comprised of 5 cadet companies. This structure allows for many opportunities for cadets at all grade levels to attain leadership positions, improving self-confidence and developing good time management skills. It also fosters an environment of teamwork and pride. The military and academic departments at all levels partner to monitor cadets' academic progress to ensure they meet the goals described by Dr. Butler in his presentation. Each company is led by a retired U.S. Marine who, along with his family, reside in an apartment in the barracks. He and his assistant drill instructor provide the necessary adult supervision during periods when the cadets are not actually in the classroom or on the athletic field. Cadets live 2 to a room in a typical dormitory fashion, sharing a bathroom with the adjoining room. Barracks have fully equipped study rooms with computers and printers, and also providing filtered internet access for research purposes. MMA has 2 licensed practical nurses on staff, both residing on campus. They, along with our contracted pediatrician, ensure that all medical needs are met. On the weekend, if cadets are in good standing, academically and conduct-wise, they are given time off or liberty. We have transportation that takes them to the local mall and movie theater. Depending on what grade they are in determines when they have to be back. 8th graders being required back at 1800, up to our seniors that normally return by 2130. Throughout the year, there are several special events that cadets participate in, the most prominent being our November Parents Weekend. At this event, parents are able to attend classes with their cadets, watch our homecoming football game, and participate in our observances of the birthday of the Academy and the United States Marine Corps at a formal birthday ball. Other events, such as the H.M. Smith Foundation Dinner, where we recognize generous donors to the Academy, and our Spring Parents Weekend, or Spring Fling, provide additional opportunities for cadets and their families to spend time together at the Academy. Cadets participate in 8 parades each year, 2 to recognize the completion of our introductory training period, where we officially welcome new cadets into our Corps of Cadets. Other parades recognize events such as Veterans Day, the flag raising on Iwo Jima, and welcoming our alumni back to campus in the spring for their annual reunion. During the month of July, MMA offers a 4-week summer camp where young men grouped by age learn to work as a team and develop leadership skills and self-discipline through a series of fun and safe outdoor challenges. This camp also offers an aerospace and scuba package. During the same period, we offer an English as a Second Language summer camp for boys that wish to learn English. This academic camp is a total immersion experience where the day is spent in the classroom and the afternoons and weekends spent enjoying traditional summer camp activities. This year, our camp registers on June 30th and completes on July 28th. As you can see, campers have the opportunity to experience many activities and sports. The camp wraps up with a field meet on the Friday evening prior to graduation, where the campers compete against each other in events such as tug of war and Dizzy Izzy. At the conclusion of the field meet, you can spend time with your camper as he gives you a tour of the campus. The final events of the camp take place on Saturday morning, with the graduation parade followed by a ceremony where each camper receives his camp completion certificate from his drill instructor. Whether you are interested in the academic year, summer camp, or both, we look forward to you becoming part of the MMA family. Thank you for spending time with us today.
Thank you, Sergeant Major Kinsley. At this point, we're going to go into question and answers.